my work best friend, and I made a pact. If one of us got laid off, the other would quit in solidarity. For years, I covered his mistakes, mentored him, and even helped him get a promotion. When my name was on the layoff list, I packed my desk knowing he had my back, until I saw an email he never meant for me to see. The memo arrived on a Tuesday. Subject line, Proactive Safety Initiative. I saw it was from some vice president we'd never heard of, and my gut just tightened. But let me back up. For the last 22 years, this plant has been my life. I'm the union steward. My job is to protect my guys from the exact kind of corporate nonsense that was attached to that email. It started with a single drop of hydraulic fluid. A new kid, barely 20, slipped on a tiny leak and twisted his ankle. A minor incident. But for corporate, it was an opportunity. They sent down a guy named Todd Fleming, some VP of risk mitigation, to observe our processes. He walked the floor for a day in shiny shoes, a clipboard in hand, not talking to anyone. He just watched with this little smirk on his face. He looked like a wolf sizing up a flock of sheep. I tried to introduce myself, steward to management. He blew me off. Said he was on a fact-finding mission and would circle back. He never did. 2 weeks later, the memo landed. Attached was Form 77B4, a new mandatory pre-operation checklist. The old one was a single laminated page. It took 5 minutes. This new one was 20 pages long for a single machine. It was full of legalese and technical jargon that made no sense on a factory floor. Sections on verifying the molecular integrity of coolant additives and checking ambient decibel levels against the provided quarterly acoustic report. We don't even have access to that report. I knew this wasn't about safety. This was about liability. I called an emergency union meeting that night. The guys were furious. We'd lose hours of productivity every day just filling out paperwork. It was a joke. I told them I'd handle it, that I'd file a grievance first thing in the morning. I told them to stick together to follow my lead. Solidarity. We had a pact. They come for one of us. I said they come for all of us. Everyone in that room nodded. We were brotherhood. The next morning, I walked into the plant manager's office to file the grievance. He just sighed and pushed a document across his desk. It was an addendum to the new policy, effective immediately. Failure to properly complete and sign Form 77B4. It read, will be considered gross insubordination and grounds for immediate termination. That was a declaration of war. But as I read further down, my blood ran cold. There was another page, an appendix I hadn't seen before. It listed the machines that were deemed highest risk and would be subject to the most stringent new protocols. It wasn't a long list. It was just 5 machines. The 5 machines operated by the most senior, highest paid guys in the plant. The 5 guys who had been most vocal at the meeting last night. And right beside the list was a handwritten note from the plant manager to corporate. It detailed why each of us was redundant. Wait until you see what was in that attached document Leo sent to HR. The full story is linked in the description.